Shipping a car is a hassle no matter what. But now, add border crossing to the equation, and suddenly it's a lot more complicated. In this video, we'll be talking about how to ship a car from Canada to the US and vice versa, as well as which documents you will need when transporting a car from Canada to the US or US to Canada. A business like ShipLux will take all the question marks out of the shipping process, to the point where you could stop watching this video right now and not even worry about how it's done. Just click the link in the description below to request a quote and let ShipLux make your life easier. Hi, we are ShipLux, your premier white glove vehicle transport service experts. Need to ship a vehicle? Tell us when and where, and we'll handle the rest. With ShipLux, white glove treatment isn't extra. It's just our style. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to follow along for all of our expert tips and tricks on auto shipping and other helpful information when it comes to vehicles. If you're planning to ship your car from the US to Canada, there are several organizations you need to contact and documents you need to gather. Being organized will ensure a smooth shipping experience. The all-important step 1 is making sure that your car is on the Registrar of Imported Vehicles, known as the RIV. Transport Canada has a list of cars they allow. If your car isn't on that list, you can't ship it. FYI, if your car is at least 15 years old, you're all set. It's admissible. The vehicle's title is next. You'll have a real tough time getting your vehicle across the border if you can't prove it's yours. Just so you know, your car cannot have a salvage or rebuilt title. It will not be let in. If you're confused about your car's title, we left a link in the description below for the U.S. Department of Motor Vehicles to learn more about vehicle titles. Now, this is where it really gets tedious. You need to get an internal transit number, ITN, which requires you to file in the Automated Export System, AES. I'm guessing that you're not a licensed importer, which means you'll have to pay a licensed importer for one. A quick Google search will give you tons of businesses that offer this service. That ITN, as well as a scan of the front and back of your title, needs to be sent to the exact U.S. border crossing location at least 72 hours before you arrive with your vehicle. So, to recap, in order to ship your car from the U.S. to Canada, you will need to make sure your car is on the Registrar of Imported Vehicles, your vehicle's title, to pay a licensed importer for an internal transit number, ITN. Then you will need to file your ITN in the Automated Export System, AES. That ITN, as well as a scan of the front and back of your title, needs to be sent to the exact U.S. border crossing location at least 72 hours before you arrive with your vehicle. Now that we covered how to ship a car from the U.S. to Canada, let's look at shipping a car from Canada to the U.S. If you are thinking of importing your car to the United States, it's surprisingly much easier than you might think. First, you'll need to fill out the DOT Form HS7 and the EPA Form 3520-1. You will also have to make sure your vehicle conforms to the EPA's emission standard requirements. Don't worry, we have you covered, and left all of the links for these documents in the description below. Next, check with your state of residence to see what their specific rules are regarding using a Canadian driver's license. You may need to apply for a U.S. license or ID card. One of the most important differences between importing a car into the U.S. versus Canada is that you need to arrange to get U.S. auto insurance before entering the country. Talk to multiple insurance companies to find the best option for you. Then, just like shipping a car to Canada, you'll need to get your car registered. Bring all the forms and documents you need at the border, plus anything you think you might need. Remember, the U.S. loves its paperwork and red tape, so be over-prepared. Alaska and Hawaii will require a shipping company, like ShipLux, to transport your car to a mainland port first. Then, it'll take the journey to a remote port in Alaska or Hawaii. If you're planning to ship your car across the border, a business like ShipLux will take all the question marks out of the shipping process, so that you don't even have to worry about how it's done. Let us take care of the hassle by clicking the link below to request a quote today. ShipLux will make your life easier and help you enjoy a stress-free shipping experience. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this information and learned something new.